以就不是说讨论完然后一模一样的答案，然后贴你的贴我的，所以可能每个礼拜都只有一个人在工作。No， 就是文章你们可以讨论，然后可以 share， 今天是回答自己的回答，因为我还是希望可以训练你们自己阅读，然后做一些回应，可以吗？好，然后还有另外一个想说你们也很忙，所有的问题都要一直，我每个礼拜一直这么多，我觉得too much。可以吗？可以哈。来，好 ，Let's move on. Correct. Okay, so I know it takes time to discuss. Have you had the chance to discuss the question yet? Probably not. Okay, but that's okay. I think I'm using this as an example to show you that the questions that we need to think, okay, the questions that when you are reading, how you approach a piece of reading material will be much deeper, okay. It's not only about, who pays the bill and why. Those are the questions that you did quite a lot in your high school, right? According to the reading, blah, 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 adds a lot of facts, okay? But we want to go deeper, okay? Behind or beneath the service level, okay? So the question could be, for example, whose voice is presented in the default in this article? Who is talking? A lot of times we just take it for granted. 就这样啊，他就是说了。We don't really have to think about, so who is talking? Do you think the article is written by a female or a male? Male or female? Okay, and then you do have your reason to think about male or female, right? And like the age of the author, like young generation like you, or older? Okay, so there's a lot of questions to think about. And what assumption underline the idea that men should pay on dates in Japan? Okay, particularly in older generation. Why were men expected to pay on a date? There must be some belief, some assumption. Okay? And then think about ours in Taiwan too. Is that pretty much similar? Older generation? I think older generation pretty similar. And younger generation, I would say, is also pretty similar too. But that's just from my perspective. You might have different experience. Okay? How are modern attitudes towards splitting the bill portrayed? Do you think it's something positive? Splitting the bill, something positive? Why? Yo-yo? Okay. Okay, the modern attitude is men and women are equal, and equal ability, equal position. So that's why bill should be split. So that's the kind of attitude nowadays. But it used to be, if you are capable, you should take care of women. That's your responsibility to take care of women. Okay, so very different attitude, very different attitude. Okay? Oh, here. You will see a word. This is one of the key words for critical literacy. What power dynamics emerge when one person consistently pays for outings? If you are dating with a person who always insists paying for the bills, do you think somehow it shows another power dynamics? Or for you, no. Okay, think about that. Okay, do you think that's like overpowering you? That I am more powerful, I am more capable, so that's why I'm supposed to take care of everything? Or for you it's fine, it's totally fine. Okay, think about this power relationship issues. All right, how does the article encourage reading the situation? Okay. Reading the situation, it's very, very different. Like after I finished reading this article, I wrote a message to my friend. She is also a professor, and she's a Japanese, currently working in a Japanese university. I was asking her, what about when there were two women, okay, go to a date, who pays for the bill? What about two men go to a date? Okay, just have an appointment or get it together. Usually, who pays for the bill? Okay, and if I get any further insight, I'll let you know. Okay, probably it's very different. What about you guys? If it's two of you, two girls, split the bill. Split the bill. Okay. So for you guys, right now I think it's equal. Split. Okay. It seems to me it's a norm nowadays for your generation. Is that? Yeah. Okay. Number 6. Who benefits? Who benefits from maintaining traditional norms around paying on dates, and who might be disadvantaged? This is a very, very important question. Okay. Whenever there's a practice, you always ask yourself, so who is going to benefit from this practice? Do you think when the bill is split, then both of you can benefit from this practice, equally benefit? Anyone who is in a disadvantageous position? Personally, I don't think this can be practiced in older generations. Why? If they want to split the bill, it might be more challenging because in older generations, women stay at home. They don't have income. They don't work. They don't have income. So how can she split the bill? She has nothing to pay. Okay, but then think about this. Would that put women in a disadvantageous position because they don't have income, they don't have to pay, but they do not have a say either. When men are the ones who decide who pays the bill, do they also decide where to eat, what to eat, how long they should eat? Okay, so there are other issues, right? 付钱的人会讲话比较大声的。Yes or no? I don't know. Okay, I'm just raising questions. Okay, but it used to be like men just pay for the bill and then women just follow up, and then whatever they decide, they will just take it. Right? And then your generation is very different right now. Okay, so lastly, okay, how might people from different cultural backgrounds interpret or challenge these dating norms? Okay. Your norm right now is split the bill. Okay, split the bill. And then for you, this is normal practice, and this is fair. Okay. even good practice for your generation. Okay? I'm not sure which culture might think this is, from their perspective, probably this is not that good. Any country? Any country that you can think of that they might think that splitting the bill is not a good practice? Korea. Why?
I think they have a strong hierarchy system. It's whether for the older or younger or men.
Okay, so Korea, probably when they look at you guys, splitting the bills. It's not a good practice, right? Men should pay for it. Right? Korean, perhaps. Okay. Interesting that you thought about Korean culture. Okay. When I was a graduate student and we have classmates from Korea, for me, guys, 他们真的太大男人 for me. But for them, Korean guys, they feel like this is just normal practice in their culture. 他们可以这样子，他这样很高冷，我觉得你知道吗 ？For them it's so normal because that's the way they talk to females. 我们知道吗？ But see that you can see the cultural difference. That's their normal practice. So in different cultures, normal, okay, what is considered normal could be, could vary from culture to culture. Okay. So now I'm using this as some example, just one example to show you critical literacy go deeper. Okay, to go deeper. That we are not asking how you read. You are reading the materials and information from the article, which is important. You have to understand what is being presented, the contents. However, we need to be able to go deeper, okay? Without this deeper thinking process, your action could be meaningless because without deeper thought, you might not be able to really respond to the key issue or key problems. Okay, so this reading process is extremely important. Okay, now let's move on to our assigned reading. Okay, I know for many of you, 好难读哦，到底在干嘛？看不懂，有没有？有没有很多人这样觉得？到底在读什么？看不懂。OK，没关系，看不懂。现在才 week 2, right？ 看不懂没关系，慢慢来。那 for this article, I just want to point out， 如果你只要把这两个地方搞懂就好了。好 ，first one， 来 ，first part， 其他的不懂先 put aside 哈。Here, this is the first part. Okay, sorry, it's kind of blurred. But this is the first thing I want you to keep in mind. Okay, what is it? This is called 4 resources model. Okay, in this model, you can look at yourself as readers and writers. Okay, play at the same time. When you read, when you write, you are using all the resources and also play the roles at the same time. So what are the roles that you are playing? The first one that you are code breaker. So what does it mean, code breaker? Code breaker means how do I read the code? What does it mean, code? Code means all the alphabets, all the words. You should be able to decode, right? So you understand all those words. And that's the part that you did well. You should be able to, pick up 5,000 words at least, okay, 7,000 words. And somehow you feel like you do not have much vocabulary yet. And that's where you need to enhance, okay, through more reading, okay.
So that's the first part, that you have enlarged different codes and you'll be able to get more from your reading materials. Okay, so code breaker. The second one is, we call it text participant. What does it mean, text participant? You participate. So that means, how do I participate in and draw meaning from the text? So it's not only about being able to read it out loud and understand single words, it's also about you draw your background information, right? And try to understand. You participate, you engage in the reading, and you get the meaning. Just like I just asked you to read, okay, who pays in Japan? So when you were reading, you were drawing your background information, your knowledge from your experience in our culture to understand. Okay, so when you are reading, you are thinking also, who pays in our culture? Okay, and why in Japan? Men were, particularly older generation, were expected to pay. So in that sense, you are a text participant because you are making sense out of this reading activity. Okay, but it's not yet. Okay, now we want to do more. How does the information position influence me? Okay, so we are pushing you to think more. Okay, why the author wants to write this article? What does the author want us to believe? Okay, who is writing this article? For what reason? So right now you are text analyst. You are analyzing. Okay? It's just like the 7 questions that I assign each group one question because I'm asking you to analyze the text, to think deeper. Okay? So that's the third dimension. And lastly, text user. Text user. So this is like, how do I use the information? Now you know, okay, the norm in Japan. You will think about the norm in Taiwan. Then you might want to think about, so is there anything I could do to change the norm? Or to respond to the norm? Or to be aware next time when I have the date, should I raise the question? Should I have a discussion with my partner? Okay. Can we do it differently besides splitting the bill? Okay. Think about other issues that have certain impact on your lives. Okay. So it's no longer reading is reading. Reading is only here. It's about your lives too. And because of that piece of reading, you started acting differently, seeing the world differently, respond to people differently, interacting, live differently. Okay, so that's the spirit of critical literacy. Okay, so now let me recap. Don't worry if you don't understand all this. I see, good for you. Like she spent so much time, so much time. Okay, I can see all the time and effort. And you have this struggling. It's quite normal because it's difficult when you don't know much yet. Okay, but the first point is keep this in mind. Keep this 4 resources model. So when you read a piece of reading in this course, okay, remember, I do not only ask you to be able to read those words, enhance those words. I want you to be able to bring the meaning, ask yourself, so what are the major ideas? I also want you to be able to think about and analyze the text from different perspectives. And lastly, to think about how you can use the information to help you to become a different reader, different writer, and a different human being. A different person, a different human being in your daily lives. Okay. If you got the point here, have you got the point? This is the very first point. 这样可以吗？ 第一点，这样可以吗？我这个整个 article 我就帮你们归了2个重点，然后第一个重点是这个。如果可以，我可以 let's move on to the second one. 各位，可以吗？好。The second one, I need all the students to help each other. Okay. 因为要帮忙，彼此帮忙。How? I want you to read. I'm gonna assign you reading materials. Okay. A small portion of the reading material, and then you, as one group, get together and discuss. So, what does this small portion of material tries to tell us? Okay. Use your own words. Use your own words. Your words that can be understood by your peers to help us understand what exactly that short portion of material conveys. 可以吗？好，那那个怎么办 ？Where's your reading material? Moodle. Could I have that short reading material? So now I'm gonna assign you. OK， 一个人一小段哈，或是一个人一组一小段。Then you discuss. Then 我看你们等一下 post 可能写会比较久一点，这怎么办呢？那你们要什么方式告诉我？说我们懂这一段在讲什么。We'll see. Okay. Could I have that reading material? Oh, take out. That's a very old issue. Okay. All right. So everyone here, I would like to group 1 over there. Group 1. Okay, group 1. Hi, good. Okay, yours is here. This one. Okay, 这样可以没？ So everyone turn to page. The page convey. Okay, the title of the page is Key Aspects of Critical Literacy. Okay, so we are helping each other to understand the key aspects. Okay, so group 1, that's yours. You are in charge of this group, this portion of material. Group 2, the ways we read text are never neutral. This one. This is yours, group 2. Okay. Group 3, over there. From a critical literacy perspective, what's yours? Group 3? 第三组 over there， 这组是第三组，可以吗？要先确定你们知道在哪里，可以吗？好。Okay, and next group, group 4. This group here. Yours is critical literacy involves making sense of the social political systems. Yours is here. Okay. 4. Group 5. Here, group 5. You will be taking off like critical literacy practices can be transformative. This one here. Got it, group 5? Okay, group 6. Over there. Text design and production, which are essential to critical literacy work. Group 6, okay? Lastly, finally, critical literacy is about imagining through thoughtful ways of thinking about reconstructive this paradigm. Okay, then you have first 10 minutes to discuss in your group and try to get so what exactly this material conveys. First. You can use the
Okay. So what is the
major ideas, you write a piece, write in your own words. Okay, the major ideas about your portion of information, and then post it online group. Okay, group 1, this is a major piece of information. So everyone in this class get the major idea. Okay, so work together. But I will circulate and then try to listen. Okay? And TA, okay, listen to them. Okay, so what example? Okay, yours is the very last one, right? Triangle, right? So it's triangle. What is that? Anyone would like to jump in and share?
There's something like actually reading the reminder that reading the material provided and reader must learn how to interpret the word by word and their own word outcomes. Apart from reading, readers should also reflect on the materials and think about why the paragraph is read this way. After observing the information from the material, readers should be able to apply or utilize knowledge to their surroundings environments and make the impact is not necessarily significant or essential. Initially, they can make a small impact by reading and reading.
So start from like small
Like small actions. But if readers want to progress for literacy, they must learn how the knowledge they learn from the materials to like a paragraph and to have a real life impact and real impact, not just read the materials and learn how to do the quiz or finish the paper.
Very good. I think you already, try to. For me, it's like 4 resources, right? 4 resources. Yeah, I'm actually using a model to listen to you, and I know what you have just said, covering the 4 aspects of that model. So you say it's not only about reading, understanding, and also being able to analyze, and lastly, being able to do something, to use the material, utilize the material, and to starting from something small in our daily lives and to make some change, impact in our daily lives. Yeah. So, write it, record it, now like good job, very good. This is what about this group here? So yours is like paragraph 5? Yeah. So what is this paragraph?
you agree with what she said? So if we really have the points, you can discuss it and write it, post it on market, so every person will be able to get the idea of this portion. Okay? First off, is curious, the way the days are never usual. You maybe you will be right. 所以就要给大家提出来。